Everyone is buzzing about Bitcoin as its total value tops $1 billion. Rick Santelli in Chicago with some more on that. Morning, Rick.
Good morning, Carl. Well, I guess we need to start at the beginning. What is a Bitcoin? Let's put it up on the screen. A decentralized digital currency based on open source software that uses peer-to-peer connections for monetary transactions. And real quickly, also, there's a bit of John Galt in it, invented in '09 by a fictitious person named Satoshi Nakamoto, who many believe is a Russian mathematician named Grigory Perelman. Can it get any weirder than that? But the real issue is, does this just show how much of a lack of confidence there is in currencies and banks? Because this sounds a little strange. So now there's going to be potentially an ATM where you can exchange fiat currency for Bitcoins. And the co-founder of Bitcoin ATM is our guest today. Jeff Berwick, welcome.
Thank you.
All right, let's hear how Bitcoin and an ATM in Cyprus and all the demand that the interest. You supposedly have hundreds of these ATMs requested. Tell me about it. Tell me about your business plan. Tell me how it works.
Yeah, you say it's really weird how Bitcoins came about, but that's really the free market at work, and the Internet is the last place where there's actually a free market on Earth. Unfortunately, in the U.S., that doesn't exist anymore. There's no real freedom anywhere on Earth except for on the Internet, and these are the kind of really interesting, exciting innovations that can come from the free market. You look at Bitcoin, and it's an entirely new currency, completely decentralized, anonymous. Transactions occur incredibly fast, for free, all designed by the free market. It's an incredibly exciting thing, and what we've come up with is a Bitcoin ATM, and the reason we've done that is because it's been a little hard to get access to Bitcoins. You can trade them over exchanges over the Internet, but it's not all that easy to do, and many people actually just meet on Craigslist, and they meet up somewhere in some street.
Let me stop you right there. So
Sure.
Now we have an ATM. There really isn't a coin that's minted. So when I go to this ATM and I have my fiat dollars and I want to exchange it for Bitcoins, I get a receipt of some sort or an algorithmic number set. Is that what I get?
Yes, when you have a Bitcoin wallet or account, you can just go up to the Bitcoin machine. You can actually show a QR code or type in your code if you'd like, and you can insert fiat currencies into the machine, and that will be immediately deposited to your Bitcoin.
But it's all numbers. There is no physical coin.
No, there isn't. That's actually one of the good things about it.
No, and I agree. Okay, now let's get to another issue. There's only supposedly a finite supply, and the only way the supply increases is through what's called mining. What is mining? Explain mining to me.
That's correct. The program was designed that they will slowly over time you can mine Bitcoins, but it gets slower and harder to do as the mathematical equations get more and more hard. Right now there's 11 million Bitcoins outstanding, or there will be in the next 10 days. It will reach 11 million. It's designed to eventually reach 21 million, and that will be the full limit. And people can actually set up a computer and mine Bitcoins. What it takes is processing power and electricity, but over time it gets harder and harder to do, and so it basically slows the inflation
rate. So it's easier just to take $100 or swap it into a Bitcoin in your wallet. Another issue. Back in 2012, there was a bit of a scam. $230,000 was lost by Bitcoin holders, and I guess a little group was set up. But here's my question. We're almost out of time, Jeff. You know, who's the Ghostbusters? I understand the central bank thing and the lack of confidence, but if something goes wrong in my Bitcoin experience, who do I call?
Well, that's the great thing about a free market. There'll be all sorts of free market innovations, and I write at the Dollar Vigilante, my blog, all about the end of the monetary system as we know it. This monetary system we have today is much more dangerous than anything Bitcoin has.
Well, I'll tell you, Jeff, you've been a great guest, and I know you're trying to get the first one of these ATMs in Cyprus. I want you to come back in a couple weeks and give us an update on how that's going.
I'll do that. Thank you.
Thanks for being our guest. Carl, it's all yours. I'm not sure if I'm convinced yet, though, I have to tell you.
Rick, I'm just watching the comments come in on Twitter. People still trying to get their heads around the entire notion, but that was a great segment. Rick Santelli in Chicago.